Watching the Dolphins offense yesterday, I felt like I was watching an 11-year-old hopped up on a bag of Skittles play Madden. That's what it looked like to me. A video game. Is Tyreek Hill the most uncoverable player in the game right now? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. With all due respect to Justin Jefferson, he got shut down in the second half yesterday. Tampa took him out. And who else? Jamar Chase. Can name any other receiver. This guy is uncoverable. The last guy I saw like this was Antonio Brown, if I must say, where it's just like, okay, you can't guard him. Or the last guy I saw like this was Tyreek Hill on Kansas City.
Yeah.
He's more uncoverable now than he was there. Or maybe there was just more an option. They were going to go with Kelsey more, or I don't know. But, you know, I do remember Hill put up, 200 yards in the first quarter against Tampa a couple years ago?
Yep.
In a game that wound up being a rematch for later on. And Tampa won that one. That was the one where Romo at the end of the game, I don't know, Jim, we might see him here. And we did, you know, so. But the trigger man, that's the question. Is he this good? And one game in to this season, the answer has to be yes. Tua is this good because what he did yesterday, not just how he did it, it's the against whom he did it. Because I'm not just talking about Bosa and Mack and J.C. Jackson and Derwin James. I'm talking about the guy who was drafted behind him, and everybody has spent every single day between that day and this one, or yesterday, saying the Dolphins took the wrong guy. Some highly knowledgeable and well-known evaluators are like, how in the world can you just eye test Tua looking the way he looks and Herbert looking the way he looks, height, weight, speed, all of it, and say Tua is the one to take in professional football over Justin Herbert? Heard that multiple times. And with Herbert in the building, he wings it for the fourth most passing yards in the history of Week 1 football. 466 yards, 215 of them to Tyreek Hill. Tua, after the game about doing it against Justin Herbert, had this to say.
I don't look at it as, hey, I'm competing to be better than this person, better than that person. My job is plain and simple, and it's to help our guys win a football game and help our guys or help lead our team to where we want to go to, and that's the Super Bowl. So I don't look at it, you know, in that sense, and I don't look at it as this guy's doing this guy's doing that. We're all different players. Joe plays different than the way I play. J. Herb, he plays different than the way I play. And so you take it for what it is, and you're not playing against them. You're playing against their defense.
He just won't be salty. He just won't be salty. I told
Can't
y'all.
go all the way.
I told y'all. I don't know about you, but that looked like money, right?
Can't go all the way
because it looked like money. It looked like money that Herbert got, but I only got a fifth-year option. That's all I got. He could do that.
I don't know about you, but that looked like money.
He could do that.
It'd be great.
But maybe it's not in him. So maybe I should just rely. Maybe I should just rely on the guy who clearly knows him pretty damn well, because he's the one who FaceTimed him on a plane ride on Air Ross after he was hired. And everybody thinks, well, he's going to get rid of this guy because he knows quarterbacks and he knows the system from Shanahan, and he'll know that this guy's less than. He's going to have to get a different guy. He's not going to go with Tua, and he has. Mike McDaniel on coaching Tua and what he tells him to do after the game.
Literally, it's the easiest, most layup coaching point of all time. Continue to do what you're doing. But honestly, that's where he's at, where he is not he is tough-minded enough and accountable enough that he puts probably even more than he should on his own shoulders has very high standards for himself, and wants to continue to grow and get better. So with that relentless approach and then that consistent understanding of,
I love this
you know, who you have to be on a day-to-day basis if you want to be a big-time quarterback on a big-time team, which I know is the way he looks at it, then the cost is real, and I want him to keep paying that cost at whatever comes across his plate. He's as coachable as any player that I've ever been around in my life. So I want him to keep doing that.
So I want him to keep doing that. And then one last myth that he's busted up, and he should be busted up, is that, boy, oh boy, is Tyreek Hill going to be missing Patrick Mahomes. He made a big mistake forcing his way out, and I know you're already shaking your head like maybe I'm an overreaction.
No. I think it's the other way around. I think Mahomes went to bed last night thinking,
"Where's he?
I really need that dude
I know.
right now."
Didn't happen last year though. One weekend, maybe he's sitting there thinking that this year.
Yeah, but
as Kadarius Toney is apparently trolling Giants fans, like, "Hey,
it's like he didn't just have the worst wide receiver game ever."
Is there a room you can read, sir? But in all seriousness, here's Tyreek Hill after the game yesterday talking about Tua.
Bro, Tua's a baller, bro. I've been saying this since last year. You know, I've been an advocate, you know, for him. And like he definitely showed it today. You know, even during halftime, you know, he was able to come in, you know, get guys going a little bit. And even on the sideline with me, he's like, "Hey, Cheetah, let's get it, baby." Big time moment, big time players make big time plays. So he kind of, you know, leaned on me a little bit towards the end, and you know, I mean, that just means more targets for me though, and I kind of enjoy that. So
the throw he threw to Hill for the touchdown, was that over J.C. Jackson, right? I mean, just where you couldn't see Hill behind the defender. And the ball was just...
it just kept going. And
so accurate, so beautiful.
Yep.
Next up is New England, which, as you know, does in Gillette. It can confuse people, and that's where offenses go to die. And I can't wait. The vaunted Belichick takes away the one thing you do best.
Yeah, good luck. We got triple team to Tyreek Hill.
I can't wait to see how they handle it.
Got a good defense.
Got to get pressure. Got to move him off the spot. Got to do what we did to Hurts yesterday. Keep him moving.
To see it, because in this copycat league, everyone's going to be eyes on him, because eyes on Chargers, no one's copycatting that, man. 466 in the air, 215 for one guy alone who is unguardable, unstoppable, period, end of story. Thanks. And the run game has got lanes for days to run him. And they didn't have Devin A-Chain, their kid that they drafted, that apparently they like so much. Yeah. They didn't pay Dalvin Cook to join the group. What a performance.
Guys, in the history of the NFL, 3 times a receiver has had 10-plus catches, 200-plus yards, and 2 touchdowns in a game. Tyreek Hill has done it all 3 times.
How about them
He's
apples?
the only one.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.